Julie. Well, calculating the carbon footprint made by producing a gallon of milk involves measuring everything from the fuel used by trucks and tractors to the electricity used by machines. And even the cattle are subject to testing. As Adam Hall shows us tonight, cows are now the center of a new study by Purdue University looking into their impact on greenhouse gas emissions.
When you think of what contributes to the world's greenhouse gases, you may think trucks or factories. But cows?
Dairy cattle contribute 1 to 2% of the global greenhouse gas.
That 1 to 2% is based on a study conducted in Europe. Professor Albert Heber says Purdue University is now taking a closer look at how dairy cows affect the U.S. greenhouse gas emissions.
The dairy industry is interested in what impact producing a gallon of milk would have on greenhouse gases and global warming.
Heber and his team measure the amount of carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide that is produced from a typical dairy barn. He says measuring is difficult.
They're not set up for emission measurements, and so that's why we have to bring a trailer, give us some lab space, and try to assess the airflow. And one of the biggest problems is to measure the barn airflow in a naturally ventilated building like this.
Heber says the goal of the project is just to collect and analyze data on the gas produced, but the result could impact dairy farm operations.
If a dairy industry uses anaerobic digestion on the manure from the cows to produce electricity, that also utilizes the methane and reduces their greenhouse gas contributions and their carbon footprint.
Heber says by lowering greenhouse gas emissions and reducing their carbon footprint, dairy farms may be able to benefit financially.
With cap and trade, they may be able to sell carbon credits to those who are not going to reduce their emissions.
Heber says data will continue to be collected through January 31st. After that, the team could begin exploring ways for dairy farms to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Adam Hall, News Channel 18.